what I think I'm going to do today is take out more components out of the vehicle to really lighten it up. I've already actually spent some time to remove the rear seat, both the cushions and the seat back. And I think today what we'll do is take out the front passenger seat for now. I'm still undecided as to whether I want to keep it in there in the long term or leave it removed. Mostly because I still do like the ability to take some friends out in the car with me, as well as getting some tips from people who are more familiar with certain tracks to sit passenger and just take a look at my driving style, my driving line, braking points, etc. So we're going to take it out today mostly to create space, because eventually, after removing all of the parts in the rear to make it lighter, I'm also going to be adding in some safety equipment. So why additional safety equipment? I am currently, I would say, at the limit of the stock seats in terms of being comfortable and confident in the car, because I'm running some pretty sticky tires. We're on RE71Rs this year. Maybe next year we'll try the O52s. And the car has a decent amount of aero as well. So I really want to get a fixed back seat and a harness in there. But before being comfortable with having a fixed back seat, I do want to have at least a roll bar in there for now. So that's why we have this here, which is a Titan Motorsports Bolton roll bar. Bolton for now, as I figure out if I eventually want to do a full cage with the vehicle welded in. Anytime you're working with systems that are related to your airbag deployment system, such as the seats in this case, you always want to make sure that you disconnect your battery before getting started. If we take a look in my case, I've actually fully removed the battery in my car, just as I'm preparing to put in my lightweight battery from Anti-Gravity. Now, it's generally good practice that after disconnecting the battery, you want to try and use up any residual charge that might still be in the system, just in case the airbags still have enough charge to actually deploy in case you mess something up. I have heard that that is one safety feature that's kind of built into modern systems in case the battery system gets severed somehow, that the airbags still have a chance to deploy. The one thing that you do need when you're taking out the seat of the FRS is a set of sockets that are the Torx type. Now, a lot of people have in the early days just jammed a 10 mil on there because it kind of grabs, but it's a very easy way to strip out the bolt that you need for your seat. I do believe in the latest models of the FRS and BRZ, they have actually swapped out the bolts for just a regular 10 mil. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Alright, so that's all the bolts taken out. Honestly, the Milwaukee M12 ratchet made really light work of it all. With the 4 bolts removed and the 2 connectors released, the seat is essentially free from the vehicle and you can remove it at this point. I'll give you guys a quick close-up of the connectors so you can see what I'm talking about. These are the 2 connectors that we're dealing with. The gray one, you're just going to push where that hole, that divot is, push down and release. The yellow one's a trickier one. So on the bottom side, there's this white tab right here, right? So you want to push inward on the tab and sort of push this direction on the white tab as well to release it. So down and then push away, still applying pressure to the white piece here, and you'll eventually wiggle it loose. Okay, so what's left at this point is essentially to remove the driver's side seat, as well as a few pieces in the rear where we still have to take some panels out to get some of these brackets out, as well as the original restraining system to save a few more pounds of weight. One thing that I did forget to bring with me this time is a set of plastic pry tools to make easy work of the back, so I think I'm just going to hang on and not pull out those pieces just yet. The other thing is to get the driver's side seat out. It's a bit of an issue. As you see, the car is actually really close to the wall. So I'm going to do is just get a set of jacking dollies for the front and the rear to do independently, and just basically shimmy the car over to the center of the garage so I can get that out much easier.
This ended up being quite a short video, but that's okay. Really wanted to just get some of the prep work done to start gutting the interior, and also just kind of get a sense for how difficult things are going to be to remove. Getting one passenger seat out fairly quickly with the right tools means that the passenger side I think is going to be fairly simple as well. Just want to wait for when I have some of the guys out here to help me to move the car away from the wall so I can get at that other seat a lot easier. At the same time, I don't want to get started on the roll bar just yet, because it's definitely, you want an extra set of hands to help maneuver that thing into the car, because it'll be so easy to accidentally run into the car itself and then just put a dent into the body inadvertently. A couple of other goals that I want to set for this winter build is to get the Varis brake cooling kit that I got installed in the car as well. One of the tracks that I mainly go to, which is Mosport DDT, really aggressive on the braking, because there are very few straights, and the straights that do exist are very short, so you don't have the opportunity to cool your brake. I want to be able to get the most out of the endless brake pads that I'm paying quite a bit for, just to make sure that I give it as much longevity as I can to stretch out those dollars. So that's it for this time. Next video, hopefully we'll start really finalizing the gutting of the interior for the rear, with some plastic pry tools to get some of those panels out, and then hopefully we'll get the driver's side seat out as well, do a little bit of cleanup, and I'd probably expect it'll be another video before we get to actually putting in the roll bar. So we'll see you next time.